So a young man sent me a video of a girl. Okay, now please don't start sending me videos of girls. Okay, I'll explain to you what it is all about so it makes sense. Okay, so this young man, this particular young man, I've known him for a couple of years. He has taken my services multiple number of times, mostly video coaching. He takes my advice on life, career, personal brand. Right now, he is doing his advanced level education. Don't want to give specific details. He's working and studying. Okay, comes from slightly a well-to-do family, but is a guy with good intentions. Lot to improve. Okay. So this guy who's young, I would say, kind of after his 20s. So he looks at me as a kind of a father figure, elder brother, kind of a role model. And when we have the sessions, it is generally 1 hour. I give him a little bit extra time because, repeat customer. And then there are times where he just asks me one-line questions. One-line questions I don't charge. Okay. So today he had shared with me a video of a girl. Okay. Now he trusts me. That's why he sent me this video. And I, obviously I asked him, what the hell is this? So he said, sir, sorry, sir, I forgot to mention, I'm typing it out. This is a girl who I like. Okay. This is a girl who I like very much. She studies with me in that same advanced level, course that I'm doing. And I'm in love with her. Okay, love. Okay, very good. So, so he said, sir, can you tell me, is she good for me? Okay. Now, before you even jump the gun and start putting, hey, how can you, give such advice? For my age, for my experience, I have a pretty good eye where I can look at certain key aspects of a girl or a guy through their photograph or through their video, and can most accurately predict whether the person is good, bad, has drawbacks, whatever. I'm not saying that I'm some kind of god or something. I'm not saying that I can, I have that Magneto kind of a power where I can read, like Professor X, read them and all. But it's very obvious that certain key things jump out. Okay. So I just simply told him, girlfriend or marriage? Okay, girlfriend or marriage? And he said, no, sir, serious. It's love and marriage. So immediately I told him, please, no. Total no. Absolute no. Total reject. Date this girl, have fun with her, enjoy, jing bang, whatever. He said, sir, can I have your detailed analysis? I said, detailed analysis, I'll charge you. So that is a complete paid session. But if you want to know why did I refuse her, why, I can, if you want, I'll make a video. And this is what it is. Okay. Now, why did I say no to this girl, and how do I judge a person by looking at the video? I'll give my thoughts. I'll just give you, and you can let me know your thoughts. Okay. See, understand this much. I'm 47, going to be 48, going to be 50, 47, going to be 50 years old, 50. I've had my share of, being a playboy, fun days, did all the stuff that most of you youngsters are doing. In fact, I think I did too much of it. And in my days of being a playboy, having fun and all that, I experimented with a lot of females. Okay. The females that obviously it was before Google or Tumblr. No, what is that? Rumble or these Tinder and all these sites were there. The only way you could meet a female is through either physically to meet them. The chat, it was Hotmail, ICQ. You can Google search ICQ, Hotmail, Yahoo chat and all that. But that that was not working as much. Physical interaction was much more happening in Dubai, UAE. So, in order to meet more girls, in order to have a good shot in the sense, a good chance with a girl, you had to meet, like you'd meet 1,000, for example. I'm just going to meet 100, and out of the 100, maybe 20 would talk to you, and out of the 20, maybe two would start feeling comfortable. Maybe one would give you the number. So it was a game of numbers. So, in my quest, because I was not super rich, because I was not super influential, because I didn't have big gangs or something like that, groups, popular groups, I had to constantly figure out ways and means to interact with females. And that led me to be extremely observant. Okay, see, it's like this, no? The survival of the fittest, laws of the jungle. An animal that doesn't have very good eyesight develops hearing mechanism that is very sharp, like bats. They cannot see, but their hearing are well developed. And for creatures that cannot hear very well, can see very sharp. So, nature kind of gives you an evolutionary, support to survive. So my way of surviving in this world was, okay, I don't have the money, I don't have the gangs, I don't have the ability to meet men, so I'll busy observe. And as to, from a very young age, take down notes from the age of 16. Okay, so early on, as to take down notes, as to observe girls, as to take everything from date of birth to studying body language, facial analysis, ask them psychological questions, analyze the way they dress, the way they walk, are they fat, are they thin, what do they like, so as to do all these things. Okay, so over the years, I developed a mechanism to evaluate characters, but I can tell you that it's not 100% flawless. Why? Because emotions are involved, feelings are involved. And me, if I'm emotionally involved in something, I tend to make more mistakes. But when I'm not emotionally involved, I can analyze much better. That is why when you're emotionally involved, you don't analyze, ask someone else to. Okay. Because, like this, I knew in my heart I shouldn't have done that, but I did it anyway. The feelings overtake logic. Okay. So, what did he send me in this video? Now, in this video, he shared with me the video of the girl, and he was with this girl. I know you must be saying, hey, it's so bad. He's doing it with this coach. Yeah. Okay. So they were in this nightclub, and this girl was dancing. And no, she can really dance. And she was good looking. Good looking girl, great figure, wearing a nice top and all that. Sexy. Yeah. All the assets were showing. She was not like promiscuous, but, smart, sexy for a 20 something year old girl. And she was really dancing, and she was very good at interacting with the phone. Okay, when the phone was being held like this, and she was talking, and very flamboyant character. Okay, and then as he panned the video camera, he showed me other girls who were dancing, and they were like two, three girls, hey, and one girl was kind of teasing by showing a little bit of a cleavage, and they were laughing. And then there was one other guy who was with one girl, maybe boyfriend girl, and he was busy kissing her neck and this and that, and she was like, is my Janu and all that, and he was busy feeling her all over. Well, PDAs, which is understandable. And then obviously she was locking lips with him and she was smooching him. I think she was drunk. Okay. So he sent me all this. So I told him, this is not marriage material for you. And why did I tell him this? It's not that if a girl goes to a nightclub, she is a slut or she is bad. Or it's not like if a girl is dancing, she's bad. And it does not mean that because she's doing all this today, she'll forever be a bad person. If that was the case, I think nobody in the West would marry. In fact, if that was the case, I mean, even me, I've been through all this. I would have been a very evil person. There are a lot of people who go to nightclubs, who smoke, who drink, but they are very good people with very good characters. They're very good parents. Okay. So I'm not saying all of them are bad. But given his personality that he takes mentoring and all that, and given the fact that what type of a girl that he needs, this girl, if he would take, she's very confident. She is very, dynamic. She knows how to talk. She exudes confidence. She is very comfortable with her body. She can show it. She is very comfortable with her sexuality. Okay. She has a lot of friends who are girls who are more or less the same, who, flaunt their physical body, who interact with other men. And in that same group, there was this girl who was locking lips and smooching, and her body was being touched. So they are very comfortable with that kind of life. So when you have someone with such modern values, such modern behavior, the question is, would that individual, boy or girl, want to settle down with one person and be serious about life and say no to all the fun? Do you think a person who wants to enjoy nightclubs, alcohol, going out, hanging out with friends who are smooching and kissing each other, who are drinking and having fun, are they ready for marriage, to be serious, to have a child? Okay. When I was in my younger days, I would have said yes. If you'd asked me this, of course. Yeah, life is meant to enjoy girls, fun. In fact, I would look forward to meet such girls. I would uh, hope hope that I would bump into a girl like this, because for a guy like me, this is the best girl to have. I mean, she looks sexy, she is intelligent, she looks beautiful, a great body, and she wouldn't mind smooching, kissing. I mean, why not? But today, I speak to you not as a youngster who wants to have fun with a girl. Rather, I speak to not just you, to my clients, to these youngsters, as a father figure, a father, a man who takes these youngsters, their well-being, their future, very seriously. If I was in my younger days, single, having fun, girls, I would have told her, hey, just enjoy, man. Shag this girl until she squeals. Okay. But today I have a daughter. Okay. And it's not because I have a daughter, now double standards, now I'll be a decent guy. No. When I see my daughter, when I see a girl now, when I see a girl dancing, I see my daughter in her. I see a girl dancing, I see my daughter, and I think maybe this girl would have been my daughter, you know, that my daughter is dancing. And would I want a girl who I consider like my daughter to be flaunting herself like this? Would I want a girl who is like my daughter to be hugged? I would want a. Do you think I would feel comfortable, or any father would feel comfortable looking at his daughter having a man rub her chest or breasts, or put his hand inside her trousers and feel her inside, or start smooching and kissing? Who's come? Somebody's come with a delivery. Okay, got a delivery. Okay. Would I want someone to smooch, kiss, and hug my daughter when I'm not looking? Or would I feel comfortable? Just imagine, how would I feel if this video got leaked of a man, a random guy, smooching, hugging, kissing my daughter, putting his hand inside her top, putting his hand inside her private parts, feeling her. Would any father feel okay with that? The answer, most probably, if it's a normal father, he would say no, by any stretch of the imagination, no matter how evil the father would be. Okay. So for me, at this stage of my life, when I can see my daughter in other girls, I, if when I give advice, I ask myself, Would I have said the same thing if this was my daughter? Now, let's assume my daughter ends up in this kind of life. Okay. There will be a stage where I cannot force her. I cannot hold her neck. I cannot tie her hands and legs. If she wants to do it, let's say she goes to college and she is studying, living in a hostel. I can't supervise. There's no camera there 24/7. I don't know. Maybe I'll be sitting down here and I'll just call her up and say, "What are you doing?" "Yeah, Papa, I'm studying," she'll say. And I hear, okay, there's no noise. Maybe she'll show in the video, I'm studying in my room. The minute she says bye, maybe she changes her dress and goes for a nightclub and she has fun. If someone wants to do something, they can do it. You can never stop. And after a certain stage, obviously you cannot stop. Maybe she will always tell me that she is studious and she's studying, and one fine day just comes home and announces, "I'm in love with this guy," or "I'm with this guy's kid. We just had sex. It was an unplanned thing." Life can take you anywhere. But the point I'm trying to make you understand is, today when I give advice from the position and the point of view as a parent, as someone who has a daughter. So when I'm advising a young man, I'm advising a young man as if he were my son, or as if he would be dating my daughter. Now, would I if a young man were to ask me, is it okay to have fun with your daughter? Okay, let's say there are some guys who chat. "Oh, so is it okay if your daughter was big and of age, and I was of age, that I could have fun with your daughter?" My response is, takes two hands to clap. If my daughter will not allow, you cannot have fun. And if you force my daughter, it will be considered rape, okay, or sexual assault. So it takes two hands to clap. So unless the girl says yes, the guy can't do it. Okay. And let's say if the girl initiates, unless the guy says yes, the girl can't initiate. So it takes two hands to clap. So the first thing which I've told also people, if when they ask me, "Oh, so if it's your daughter and I wanted to have fun and I'm having fun, is that okay?" If my daughter allows, well, she has given her consent. That is, if she's an adult. But if she's underage, you're underage, or whatever. If she's underage and she is under my care, under my house, living under my money, and I'm taking care of her, then I call the shots. But if she's an adult, she's earning by her own, living by her own, taking care of her expense, I can't jail her. Okay. So what I told this young man is, this is not a girl who is screaming consciously or unconsciously that I want to get married and I want to settle down. This is a girl who's screaming, I want to enjoy my independence. I want to have fun. I want to feel free. I want to let go. I want to dance. I want to drink. I want to have friends. I want to have a good time. Nowhere in that video did she show, I want to settle down. And remember, it's not that she was out with her fiance, she was out with her friends. And also keep in mind the red flag. There was a guy and girl smooching, kissing, making out. The guy's hand was inside her top. And so they are viewing all this. They are seeing all these things. That means this, if it has not shocked them, means this is normal for them. Means they have seen it happen over and over again, where now they are sensitized. Okay. They consider this normal. And if they consider this normal, means they wouldn't feel uncomfortable doing it with someone they like. So, birds of the feather flock together. So I told this guy, this is a group, this is uh, a gang that wants to have fun. This is not marriage material. So if we want to know specifics of what I analyzed, that is different. So the bottom line, what I want to share with you through this video is, number one is, if you want to get married or have a long-term relationship with someone, take it one step at a time. Don't jump into marriage. That's number one. Marriage is overhyped, overly sensitive, overbearing, Massive headache. It's a mundane, boring relationship that only gets back to worse. And responsibilities increase, challenges increase, headaches increase. And after the honeymoon phase, when the sex is all dried up and boring, and you no longer have any incentive to be nice to each other, okay, you'll be bored of each other. Then the actual relationship starts where you have to be friends. And if you have an individual who is headstrong like you, then compromises need to be made. You cannot have two CEOs. You cannot have two captains of the ship. You cannot have two leaders. One has to have the upper hand, one has to have the lower hand. Or if you decide, one time I'm yes, one time you're yes. So compromises have to be made. Uh, there are there are even cases where a guy is like a simp. I'm not saying it as a bad word or an insult, but there are cases where the guy prefers the girl taking the leadership position, and it's perfectly fine. There are very different characters, very different personalities. Not everyone's meant to be an alpha male or take charge of things. Okay, so that is one. So remember, after the honeymoon phase, you will need a friend, and that is where compromises have to be made. Number three is you need to study the person in terms of evaluate her in terms of who's her friends, where does she hang around, how much does she hang around, what are her habits, what are good aspects, bad aspects, what is she doing, and also study what are her friends doing. What do they tend to do repeatedly, regularly? What do they tend to show? And that would also speak volumes. Okay. Um, and are you comfortable? See, I have personally known some guys and girls, both the partners drink, both the partners smoke, both the partners go clubbing, both the partners go outing, then it's perfectly fine. Then it's perfectly fine. But if you're not that type, then it's going to be a problem. And one last thing, keep in mind, the more you go out for all these kind of outings, bars, pubs, clubs, meeting attractive men and attractive women, the temptations increase. Case in point, give anyone alcohol and you'll see the inhibitions all go and then they start acting what they are not. So, where alcohol is involved, where pleasure is involved, where bad company is involved, temptations are also involved. So, maybe that marriage that you're looking for is not the typical marriage where you settle down. Rather, it becomes like a partnership where you tend to enjoy life together. So, it has to be very clear. So, the last point which I wanted to tell you is, you know, so whenever a guy sends me a photograph or a video of a girl and tells, mostly my clients are all guys. One or two females have been there who ask me to analyze paid session, analyze the guy, but majority have been guys analyzing girls. I evaluate these factors, and it's a very simple process. It takes years of wisdom and experience, and because I've had it, I know for a fact whether the girl is good enough or not. And for me, this particular incident, where the girl was in a nightclub, where she was proudly flaunting herself and uh, being confident and dancing and drinking alcohol, it screams to me that she wants to enjoy life. She wants to have the best moments of her life, her freedom. She wants to try and test new things. She wants to hang around with her friends. She wants to enjoy the life filled with pleasure that comes with being a single youngster, a spinster, or a bachelor, and enjoy all the pleasures, all the distractions, everything. That is the phase she's in right now. She's not looking to be a one man woman, settle down and stop all this. No, she wants to enjoy this. This is where she, kind of cools off. Her steam, she just lets off all the steam. So, yeah, that is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know if what I've said is right or wrong. Let me know what do you think. Do you think I'm old fashioned? Many youngsters will definitely want to give me a piece of their mind because, anonymous, fake names, keyboard warriors. You had fun. Now you are not letting us have fun. Have fun, have fun. Have as much fun as you like. It's your age, it's your time. But remember, This was not a video about having fun. This was a video about settling down. And a young man who considers me like a father figure wanted advice. So I played my part. Now you play your part. Let me know your thoughts, your comments below, and love to read them. Okay? Good, bad, ugly. Let me know what you think. This is me signing off. You guys take care. Ciao.